Spotter here, playing some Search and Destroy on Modern Warfare 3, this time on Resistance. Viva la Resistance! And this one is going to be a little more campy than my other ones, and I'm still going to call it Rush because I still do a rush into position and take control of it. The reason why I don't continue going in here, and Resistance is a tough map. You can keep rushing into the enemy spawn on any of these rushes that I do, but you are opening yourself up to a lot of lines of sight from the enemy players. I duck down to avoid this guy's stun. I know he's coming out there. I'm waiting for him. I planted that claymore strategically, and I'm positioning myself behind that counter strategically so I can see both out that doorway behind the van or in front of the van. Is it behind or in front? I think it's in front of the van that just exploded. I think so there's another guy. And I can hear these guys. I'm sound whoring them. I can hear them moving around. And I'm communicating with my teammates and saying, hey, I got guys over here. Axel's actually going around the far side to try and drive him into here, or we, obviously we're going to try and take this guy out. And the third guy comes out here, and I get him with a headshot. Axel tries to finish him off. Okay, so I plant the claymore on that van. If anybody gets by that doorway, and I will see it because of where I position myself, I can see anybody that's going to go by there, as well as come out of that entranceway in the building from that far side, from their spawn. So, like I mentioned, on Resistance is a little tough because if I continue past the van and continue rushing, there are so many lines of sight, like down that far end where they're coming from the spawn, up on the top left, up on that raised platform, or whatever you want to call it, as well as just beyond, like behind me and to my left, there's a passageway leading from their spawn. So there are so many lines of sight when you're doing a rush, and the timing for the rush is such that you're coming around probably on the far side of that van when all those guys all at once can come in and they can all see you. So I really don't see any point in doing a rush. There's Axel going for this whatever, stick him with the Semtex challenge or something. He's doing some challenges this game. So that's the problem with this map, and there are instances like this, not entirely exactly the same, but there are instances like this on other maps. I don't have this rush down. I just started doing this one, but I need to flesh it out a bit more. I need to play it a lot more and just refine it. Again, when I do rushes, I mean, it's one thing just to say, oh, you ran really fast and you got to this point, you did well. No, I keep doing it. I do them over and over again. I played Search for 25 hours. That's all I do. I rush in, I pick my spots, and it's that data that I pull back as to, okay, I did that center rush, and here's where I saw somebody the first time. And then if I'm able to, what was the class that they were running? Were they running a rushing class like me? Did they have extreme conditioning? Did they have an SMG or something that is more mobile than an assault rifle or a sniper rifle? So then I use that data. If they have a rushing class on like me, then I know, I can see, if they kill me or whatever, I can see the kill cam. I know they're hauling ass, trying to get as far as they can. So I know approximately where I'm going to see those first enemy players, depending on what class they're running. And that's how I develop the strategies. Okay, I know I'm going to see them right at this point, so I'm going to dodge over here and try and capitalize on him running in, and I can take him out. So, and that's why it takes a long time, and even 25 hours. And with the lag problems that I've mentioned in some of my previous gameplay, that's obviously hurt my ability to do this. So I am still working on it, and I'm going to try and play a lot more. So I can't say that the whole series is going to start coming out soon. I need to get further. I need to play a lot more, and 16 maps again. So, but I will produce the full gameplays and show you. I think it helps. And there's some comments made that people have played longer than me or are better or whatever. And I've always stated, you know what, I'm not the best player, but I think I'm very good at developing strategy in objective game types or game modes. And you know what? Even if you pick up one little thing or one little route or one variation to a route you already do, I consider that a success with the series and with that particular video. So don't discount it, just because you do well already, or you've played for 4 days or 8 days or however long you played, or you're 10th prestige or whatever. Don't discount it, because I think I can provide you with at least some alternatives to what you're doing currently. So I'm going to do the same rush, but I'm going to vary it up. And that's the same thing why I don't like running up through this doorway. I won't go out of this doorway, okay? Because again, too many times I've done it, and there are guys like one or two guys, probably about 60% of the time, laying prone, waiting for me to come out that doorway. So I just don't do it. And again, it's based on just running that rush route a number of times. Now, I'm getting called that these guys are over at A. This guy's coming across here. And I'm taking my time a little bit. Again, I'm trying to crouch. I don't have dead silence because I prefer having steady aim on. I love having steady aim for when I'm rushing the enemy team, and I can bring that gun up a lot quicker from a sprint. So I prefer to have that on over dead silence. I think what I do is if I'm running the regular, sort of the regular specialist, then I would have dead silence as my first perk. The only reason I'm running blast shield is because I'm trying to unlock the pro blast shield so that I can use it on some of the smaller maps when I'm rushing instead of quick draw. So, and again, the rush series is about getting into position, taking control of an area, getting there quickly, surprising the enemy players. Other maps where I know it's I can do it, and where I know I'm not going to run into 3 different lines of sight all at the same time for enemy players, then I'll continue to rush. I'll continue rushing their spawn. I'll do it all day long. But on certain maps, I don't like to do that. I prefer not to do it because all too often I've seen enemy players come from different points of view, different lines of sight, and you just get taken out, and it's not worth it. It's not repeatable. Okay, you can get away with it. Maybe it just doesn't happen to be enemy players, that close or running that road at the time. But I would say it's not very repeatable. So I go into A. I was trying to make the decision. I went up to that gate and I was looking, and the teammates were calling that the enemy players were going all the way around to past B and into our spawn. So I'm like, okay, well, I'm not going to go in and try and go to B because there's that sniper spot just up to my left here. So that's why I came into A target. I know I have a teammate over by A right now. I didn't just leave the target undefended. And I'm chasing that guy. So I got that guy. I see the other guy in the minimap. I hit him. He actually ends up turning a little bit, and Hypermaul finishes him off before I can get the agency kill. So anyways, I really hope you guys are getting some good things out of these videos. I will continue to post them. I like to do them a lot. I like playing search, and I like doing these types of videos. And the Rush series will come soon. I just need more time. Now that it seems that the lag is improving a lot, and it's more consistent. Even though there are times where it really sucks and it's inconsistent, there's more consistency now than there is inconsistency, if that makes any sense. Anyway, Spider-Bite out.